Hello, viewers. Hello, Zimbabwe. Welcome to Africa and Beyond Television Network. And this evening, let us talk about President Chamisa's visit to a place called Mabvuku. So, according to Citizens Coalition for Change, they say President Chamisa addressed the members of the media soon after paying his condolences to the Masai family following the brutal murder of Tafumani Masai by ZANU-PF thugs. He said that Zimbabwe has become a total banana republic. Pastor Tafumane Masai was abducted over the last weekend when they were doing door-to-door campaigns for the Mabvuku MP, and he was abducted by known people, according to the Citizens Coalition for Change from Mabvuku, and he was subsequently murdered and after being tortured. So it said Team Zimbabwe that we lost lives or we lost life because of politics in the nation of Zimbabwe. So let us get into our today's video and hear what President Chamisa had to say.
Well, what is clear is that Zimbabwe has become totally a banana republic, where there is no rule of law, where there is no citizen protection and security, where citizens are subjected to human rights abuses. And what is clear is that these are blatant and brazen crimes against humanity. We have seen an escalation of these challenges. For the past year, we have been having challenges. We lost Boneni Ngwe. We lost More Blessing Ali. We lost one of our comrades in Rwanda. We have continued to lose more comrades. We nearly lost Ngadzore. We lost Tinashe, I think in Glenora. I can't remember the same. All these are indications of the challenges we have in the country. What is even shocking is that there is not a statement from government to convey condolences, to discourage this kind of tyranny and terror, to try and correct the settings of murder in the context of our politics. So culpability stands at the doorstep of those who are supposed to preside over the state affairs.
And then we have not yet seen any conviction of anyone who has been accused.
You have been talking about conviction, just a statement from somebody who is masquerading as the leader of a country. Because you are receiving taxpayers' money. You preside over the nation, even if we are disputed, but you are presiding over fraudulently or criminally. You are presiding over the state affairs. So it's not about parties. There must be a father. This country needs a father. And that's why the people chose us to provide that stewardship and father. But of course, you know what happened with the election. That is the key issue in this country. We have a disputed leadership. We have a disputed government. We have a government that was chosen by the people but not declared. So there is a conundrum that must be fixed. The conflict between the elected government and what was declared. This illegitimacy is what is causing all these problems. There is panic, there is discomfort by those who have grabbed the reins of power because they know that they don't have the mandate of the people. So the only way to correct this is to have a political settlement that will resolve the issues, fundamental and comprehensive. And we've said it. We have said it to the people of Zimbabwe, and that is what is coming from the citizens. And that is what we are going to be pushing for. This matter is only but an indication of the country sliding into further abyss and tyranny.
When you spoke to the family, what did they say about this matter?
They are shocked. You can imagine. And even more for the wife, for the children. They didn't expect that this would be the end of their father, the end of their husband, the end of their child, for the case of the parents. But what it tells you is that we have a problem in this country. All these sideshows that are created, how do you have a whole country that has no hospital, medicines, no books in the schools, civil servants have no money, you have 5 million just to throw into a hole in a by-election that you know that you have created. This is not, you can talk about Chabangu or Kwabangu, that name. But that's not, he's not the guy. The real issue, as I said, the real menu creator, the one who is creating all this, is Mr. Mnangagwa. He is the one who is at the center of it. Why? Because he would not have acquiesced into this thing, rushing to declare an election, when you know that it's a criminal act, what he has done through Chabab. You don't just wake up and look at a man in the street and say, no, he is the one who is the interim. Interim from where? Who elected you? Who chose you to be interim for what? And even go to the courts and then, the courts agree with us. It can only happen in a banana republic. But more importantly, it can only happen in a country where the writing is on the wall for those who preside over it.
What sort of action are we taking? You decide the court?
Not just trying the courts. Look, the recalls are criminal and fraudulent. History records. We have stated, and we will continue to state it. We will fight all those recalls. We will fight all these illegalities. Of course, the courts have their own limitations, but we will make sure that we leave no stone unturned. We are doing everything within our power, politically, diplomatically, but also even legally, to make sure that we exhaust this matter. There is no need for by-elections to be conducted in this country.
You're not going to take part in the election?
Look, that's a decision that is going to be pronounced once we have had our meetings. We are having meetings very soon. In fact, we're supposed to meet this week. But because we want to honor our Shen champion, we couldn't hold this meeting in the context of mourning. So we postponed, and we are going to have a meeting just to be able to articulate the way forward in the country. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
This was President Nelson Chamisa addressing members of the media or members of the press in Mabvuku. And he articulated very well the position of the party in terms of the way forward, in terms of where we are going as a nation or as a country. But as usual, you hear the ignorant people who continue to ask, what is the way forward? That question, I have seen a lot of ignorant people asking such a question because they do not take seriously whatever the leader says. There is no need to hurry. There is no need to rush. We have to take each and every step very carefully so that Triple C does not make further mistakes. So the case they are dealing with, I believe that it's a very sensitive case. The issue of Savango, it's a very sensitive case which need to wisdom in terms of how to deal with it, in terms of approaching it, because we are dealing with a sophisticated regime which has so many people at its disposal who are willing to work and who have been sponsored and who have been living through benefits from the regime. So it is what it is in Zimbabwe. And those we take a President Chamisa was in Mabvuku, managed to address the media, number one, about the death of Pastor Messiah, number two, about Chavangu, about the legitimacy issues, and about the by-elections. So it is what it is. Let us meet in other episodes as well as other broadcasts. I love you all. Thank you very much for coming. Keep on subscribing, commenting, and sharing.